Hey, my name is Rudy and welcome to the channel. So, this is my very first YouTube video, and since I'm attending TF Nation this year, I thought I'd join the realms of YouTube video making. It's going to be pretty much on the fly and totally unedited, as I've never done this before, and I'm probably going to make a ton of mistakes, but just going to kind of throw myself in. I have made a couple of notes, just in case I start to balls it up or anything, so I might refer back to those here and there. But I kind of don't really have a plan for this, so I'm just going to kind of ramble about some bits about TF Nation, my toy collecting, my history, a couple of bits and pieces like that, and then take it from there. And then if it kind of gets some views, or if I feel confident in kind of doing it again, then I'll keep going. I definitely have a TF Nation wish list, which I can discuss later if I can remember it off the top of my head. If not, I've got a little bit saved on my computer. But first and foremost, I kind of want to do a couple of shout outs, because I kind of wouldn't have done this without watching Soundwave SG1. Kind of like, he has given me the boost to try and get my comments and my ramblings out there. Airlift82, same with him. He's kind of like just said, get some content out there and see what goes. And then Dave and Emily, I've been subscribing to these people for many years now, and I love hearing what everybody has to say about the Transformers fandom and toy collecting in general, really. And then the Collector 75, Graham, long time subscriber ever since he pretty much started. He's kind of the guy that got me back into toy collecting. I've kind of been toy collecting on and off for years and years. And I'm very eclectic when it comes to collecting, especially Transformers, and mostly things from the late 70s, early 80s. Kind of slight touch on kind of 90s bits and pieces. So, yeah, just wanted to give a shout out to those. I subscribe to loads of people. I'm sorry if I haven't kind of mentioned your name. And I hope to kind of meet you all at TF Nation as well. So kind of, if I'm getting my kind of content out there, kind of, you'll start to recognise me at TF Nation. But although I'm kind of a little bit shy, it's kind of I'm always happy to talk to people about collecting toys. I do it at work with the guys I work with, the people that I kind of who come into my place of business. So that's kind of that, really. So I can't really feel myself like rambling and kind of losing my kind of like rhythm a little bit. So kind of shout outs are done there. So maybe if I go kind of a little bit into kind of what I collect. So as I briefly mentioned, I collect pretty much anything from the late 70s, early 80s to the 90s, and then obviously third party stuff that's kind of been coming out the last kind of 10 years. Anything that invokes nostalgia for me is what I like, and then anything that is screen accurate, I'm all up for that. Anything that takes on the toy aesthetic as well, I'm finding that happy medium, or anything that conveys the essence. I very much like the look of the TFC Toys Poseidon. Doesn't look like the toy, doesn't look like what's on screen, but it really captures the kind of the essence of that character and all the Seacons, or King Poseidon in the Master Force cartoon. That's definitely on the wish list, but I'll get to the wish list a bit later. And then, as you can see, this is kind of a little bit of my collection, all randomly put in here. So Centurions, Yosagi Yojimbo, who I was already reading kind of that comic, and then they were dropped into the Turtles cartoon. I've always been a fan of that. Masterpiece Starscream, official. I do have a couple of KOs in my collection here and there. I think I'll probably do a video about more of my Transformers collection, and then I'll answer a couple of questions. Dave and Emily did that answer thing where they talked about kind of KOs, and if you can't afford them, then but that is an alternative. I'm never going to be bothered by people buying KOs. I'm more interested in the wacky kind of chaos that came in the 80s with the random colours, seeing Computron in a wacky kind of colour scheme. Yeah, the quality is awful, but sometimes they look pretty awesome on the shelf. See a couple of G1 bits here. Gojin Ray. I think there's a Picard, some Paradisa Lego. So that's kind of like a brief introduction into kind of things that I collected. Latest purchase is Playmobil, Ghostbusters X01. Never had any Playmobil at all when I was a kid. So that was my first introduction to Playmobil, and it's Ghostbusters. Once again, another kind of like franchise that I absolutely adore. So I think once again, if I'm feeling confident about the way this video goes, I'll attempt a review at some point about some of the bits and pieces in my collection. So yeah, that's about it really. In terms of my collection, I don't want to go too much in my first video about what I have and showing off bits and pieces. But the main reason was for doing this video is to talk about TF Nation. Totally didn't think I was going to go this year, but I managed to get an incredible deal on the bus, on the mega bus. So it's something like £5 there and like £11 back. Once I'd realised that I could get that sort of travel so cheaply, I was all in. And then went and bought my weekend ticket. Obviously the big draw Stanbush. That's going to be an incredible bit. And then yeah, getting there on the Friday, get there about 12:30 into Birmingham, then quick train up to International, and then gonna hang out all weekend. Sadly, I've got to leave at about 3ish on the Sunday, but I've never actually done a full convention before. It's either been one or 2 days, or a day and a little bit. I've done other conventions, kind of pop my head into Rollout Roll Call, been to many a tattoo convention and a little toy fairs and bits and pieces, VW festival, those bits and pieces. Last time I actually went to a convention was Auto Assembly, 2014, which was absolutely incredible. The first time I'd kind of been totally involved in kind of my fandom and just getting involved. I got to meet Dan Gilbazan. He signed a couple of bits and pieces of his book. I was actually last in the queue to get some signings. I don't know if he felt sorry for me because I'd been kind of queuing, waiting at the back, and it was a little bit before he was about to go on. But I sat and chatted to him for like 20 minutes, and I'm just like, this is incredible. He hunted around for a gold pen because I don't know if the pen had run out, but like I got my Classics Volume 3 Bumblebee front cover done in gold pen, and then the rest done in a normal Sharpie in his book. But yeah, kind of chatted bits and pieces about Bumblebee, but I kind of more spoke to him about Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends, which everybody talks about. Oh, who is their Batman? Who is their Spider-Man? And for me, that was my introduction into Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends. It was Saturday mornings on, I don't know, ITV Central, where I kind of grew up. It was just that was it. Although I more liked Iceman. I thought he was the cooler of the three, but that was my introduction to Spider. He'll always be my kind of Spider-Man. So I tried to him about those bits and pieces, and yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, an Auto Assembly 2014. It was incredible. The day was over far too quickly. I did purchase. That was my kind of. I did get a Japanese twin cast, which are really cool, incredible box. Kind of probably might have paid a little bit over the odds for it, but I was just so excited, and I wanted to get something, and I wanted to kind of get something a little bit slightly obscure. Although when I got there on that Sunday morning, because I could only do one day, they had a couple of the Glacial Lord, 3 of that, and I was just like, oh, that's really, really cool. That's the coolest third-party thing I've seen. It kind of, the boxes are incredible. The toys look like G1, but they're brand new. But there was only 3. There were only 3 of the 5-part set. So this is my little segue into what's on my little wish list. So let me just, I knew I wouldn't remember, so let me get my notes up. Just totally just covered my camera. Here we go, wish list. Brilliant. So this is totally, as I said, unscripted. I probably could have printed this out and had it in front of me, but oh well, it's first video. I can hopefully get better along the way. So here we go. So being the kind of dork that I am, I've put it into G1, third party, Takara, Tomy, and then I've got an amendment where it just says anything that kind of blows you away, and you feel like you just got to kind of got to get. So here we go. So maybe if I do it, kind of the thing I want to get the most is the Fans Project Glacial Lord. I want to get all 5 because I've just missed out, and I've seen them here and there on eBay, and I don't mind spending whatever it kind of is, 120. I'm all good with that. But the beauty about doing a kind of this kind of wish list as opposed to kind of like a shopping list, I've just put random things on there. If I see that, I'm just like, actually, that's kind of, I wouldn't mind that one in my collection, or here we go. But so yeah, Fans Project Glacial Lord, number 1, and then number 2 is the Keith's Fantasy Club, Crash Hog and Dump Yard. Always been a big fan of the Junkions. They look incredibly screen accurate, and they're a little bit bigger. I like my big toys. So yeah, kind of just they're 2 on there, but a couple of other things on there, like I wouldn't mind Unique Toys Ordin, Unique Toys Buzzin. That looks pretty sweet. I'd love to see what the Gigapower Dynavox looked like in hand. Obviously, I'm choosing incredibly like big pieces that maybe that's the only thing I get. So it's one of those. But in terms of like kind of other things, the MP38 Beast Wars Convoy Supreme Commander, the black one, that looks proper cool. Not the biggest Beast Wars fan, but once again, it just kind of, I like unique kind of toys, like a little bit oddity. I think that looked incredible on the shelf. The Street Fighter 2 X Transformers, the Ken vs Chun-Li exclusive, looks super cool. I think I saw it was a Hot Rodney reviewed it. I think it's already. Oh, once again, I get everyone kind of, when you subscribe to so many people, I get them mixed up. But yeah, that's super cool. Who else is on there? I do like a couple of the E-Hobby bits. Detritus. I wouldn't mind Orion Pax and Dion. I wouldn't mind a G1 Nor. Who wouldn't? Incredible toy. And then maybe something like a Perfect Vet Beast Gorilla. It's again kind of not the biggest Beast Wars fan, but it's a unique kind of toy that kind of looks really cool. I'm on 14 minutes. I didn't even think I'd get past 5, so I'm pretty pleased with what's going on. And some kind of like final thoughts on TF Nation. I'm just kind of looking forward to getting there and chatting with all these people that I've been subscribed to, and just kind of commented here and there on the videos, and I'm just like incredibly excited. I know it's still like 2 months away, but it's I just want to get there and hang out and just be surrounded by it, and see what people buy and see what I maybe come away with, or bits and pieces. Anything else? Fun thing. Oh, I'm kind of in the process of doing a custom. I just filled out my application form, so sent that off. I've maybe got about a week or so to kind of get it finished, and then off we go. Yeah, so please watch my video, see what you think. I hope to do some more. No, I find it's a lot easier, and not the embarrassment of what it is. Sometimes people can panic about what you sound on online, but here we go. So yeah, I'll hopefully see you on the next video. Thanks very much for watching. See you soon. Bye.